Where my Star Trek fans at? Woo! We got a bunch revealed at the New York Comic Con. New season of Picard is obviously coming out next year. They revealed the Enterprise F, which quite honestly is a long time in the making. Thank God it's finally here. I'm just worried about Picard Season 3 because Picard Season 2, it started off so cool, like the Stargazer in the first episode. It's like, yes, this is what we've been wanting. And then we got Season 2 of Picard where there was for some reason Borg Call of Duty. I don't know. Like, I don't want to shit on things, man. I know I shit on Hocus Pocus last week, the sequel, not the original. Original's a classic. I don't know, man. Is it me? Am I just becoming harder and harder to please, or does content kind of suck these days? I want to like things. Let's get started by looking at our first match of week 5. Starting match we have is the 4-0 Kyle versus the 1-3 Bob. Now, ever since Bob's first big win in week 1 against David, he has struggled to get a win, and unfortunately it's going to be the same thing this week as Kyle is going to defeat Bob. Kyle beats Bob 179 to 107, meaning that Kyle will unfortunately once again rise to 5-0 and Bob will fall to 1-4. Our next matchup is Danielle looking for her second win of the year versus Justin, who is looking to continue his win streak, and unfortunately for Danielle, Justin's win streak is going to continue as he defeats Danielle. Justin beats Danielle 181 to 152, meaning that Danielle will unfortunately fall to 1-4 and Justin will rise to 3-2. Next up, it looked like a hell of a match on paper. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. That's right, it's Chris versus William. Now, William was coming into this week hot as the second place person in our league currently, but Chris, being the former champion, knows how to handle himself and he is going to defeat William this week. Chris beats William 152 to 87, meaning that Chris will now rise to 3-2 and William will fall to 3-2. Next up, it's Uncle David trying to get himself a winning streak going versus Alexa, who's trying to keep her winning streak going. However, unfortunately for Uncle David, it looks like Alexa is going to take this week, beating Uncle David. Alexa beats Uncle David 140 to 71. Oof, should have taken Alvin Kamara off the bench, Uncle David, meaning that Uncle David will now fall to 1-4 and Alexa will rise to 3-2. Our final match of the week is two teams that came into this week both 2-2, looking to get over 500. That's right, it's David versus Kelly. David wants to keep his winning streak going and Kelly wants to get a winning streak back as she's lost the previous 2 weeks. However, unfortunately for Kelly, this is going to make it a third week as she loses to David. David beats Kelly 183 to 113, meaning that David scored the highest amount of points this week, and also means that David will now rise to 3-2 and Kelly will fall to 2-3. Now, before we go ahead and look at week 6, let's have a word from our sponsors.
Living with depression isn't easy.
Every day is a waking nightmare.
But now, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Molly Chloroquine. Molly Chloroquine is no standard antidepressant. Molly Chloroquine attacks the body's depressant zone and fills it with sunshine, butterflies, and rainbows in the sky. You shouldn't take Molly Chloroquine if you are from the countries of Ecuador, Kazakhstan, or the Czech Republic. Side effects of Molly Chloroquine include even more depression, suicidal thoughts, type 5 diabetes, HIV, hemorrhoids, lactating nipples, and in rare occurrences, homicidal thoughts. Brighter days are now on the horizon with Molly Chloroquine.
Molly Chloroquine, for when you need brighter days.
I'm Elmo, and I approve this message.
Blue can't fight and can't lead. Blue is refusing to debate their opponent Elmo in the upcoming elections. Is it because Blue is afraid that Elmo would knock them out of the water, or does Blue have something to hide?
Quite frankly, I see no reason to debate my opponent.
A woman of color recently won her lawsuit against Blue. Blue had previously fired this woman of color after that woman complained about discrimination in the workplace.
I did not fire her because she was black or a woman. It's because she was both.
If the people Blue pretends to defend can't rely on Blue, then how can you?
I'm Elmo, and I approve this message.
Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at week 6. We have a lot of parallel matchups this week, so I'm going to get the two oddballs out of the way so that way we can get to the the even splits, if you will. The first odd matchup we have is the 5-0 Kyle versus the 1-4 Danielle. Danielle looking to get herself a win and make Kyle shut up for a week, although we all know that won't happen. And Kyle's looking to go 6-0. Last oddball match of the week is the 3-2 Alexa versus the 2-3 Kelly. Kelly on a 3-game losing streak currently, and Alexa on a 3-game winning streak currently. Alexa looking to keep it going, and Kelly looking to get it started again. I wish you ladies both the best of luck. Now our first even matchup of next week is the 1-4 Bob versus the 1-4 Uncle David. One of you's gonna have to come out with a win, and we'll see which one of you it is. I wish you both the best of luck. Our next matchup is the 3-2 David versus the 3-2 William. Now William looking to bounce back after a tough loss to Chris this week, and David's looking to keep his 2-game winning streak going, so we'll see what happens. Good luck to both of you. And our final match of the week is another even one. It's the 3-2 Chris versus the 3-2 Justin. Both very hot teams to pay attention to. Justin always makes the playoffs, and Chris is our current champ, so we'll see which one wins. Best of luck, gentlemen. All right, as always, keep an eye on free agency, especially this week because it's the start of bye weeks. I've been warning you about it for weeks now, and we're finally here. That's right, it's bye week season. The following 4 teams are going to be on a bye week this week. The Lions, Texans, Raiders, and Titans are all on a bye week, meaning you could be losing some heavy hitters. I mean, for God's sakes, Danielle is going up against Kyle next week, and she's not going to have Derrick Henry, so that's going to be a rough matchup. So until I see you again next week, everybody have fun, stay safe, and remember, if you don't live your best life, then what the hell did the dinosaurs die for? See you next week. One last kitten to introduce. This is Lucy. Lucy is an adorable little kitten that my girlfriend ended up finding on the side of the road one day. Brought it in, we took care of it for a little bit, and then we ultimately ended up giving it to my sister, Alexa, who's currently raising her. Lucy's an adorable little troublemaker. She hates the sound of thunder and just loves to destroy things, much like a kitten does. Welcome to the Levitt family, Lucy.
Oh no, I'm so sad. Everything is so sad. I wish I had done this yesterday. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get blue tonight. Get blue tonight.